It feels like we're witnessing the slow collapse of Xbox right in front of our eyes. Microsoft's recent decision to bring exclusive Xbox games like Forza to the PlayStation 5 isn't just surprising. It's a move that might signal the beginning of the end for Xbox as we know it. What once made Xbox unique is now at risk of disappearing. This isn't just about sharing games. It's about losing an identity, losing a loyal fanbase, and possibly losing the entire Xbox console market. Xbox began as the underdog in the early 2000s, going up against big names like PlayStation and Nintendo. It wasn't an easy start, but with bold choices, popular games like Halo, Gears of War, and Forza, and the success of Xbox Live, it earned a strong place in gaming history. Xbox 360 built on that monument. It was sleek, had incredible online functionality, and delivered unforgettable exclusives. Gamers were proud to own an Xbox. But things went wrong when the Xbox One launched. Microsoft confused people by focusing more on TV
experience. TV and movies, TV. Xbox, watch TV. TV.
and entertainment than on gaming. PlayStation took advantage of this and got far ahead. Xbox spent the rest of the time trying to catch up. Now, instead of learning from those mistakes, Microsoft seems to be making the same once again. Why exclusivity matters? Let's talk about exclusivity. Console wars have always been driven by it. Sony's PlayStation thrives on exclusives. When you think PlayStation, you think of God of War, Spider-Man, The Last of Us, Ghost of Tsushima. These are system sellers. Nintendo? Their entire strategy is built around exclusivity. Mario, Zelda, Metroid, Pokemon. If you want those games, you have to buy Nintendo hardware. It's simple. Xbox used to have its own list. Halo, Gears of War, Forza. These weren't just games. They were reasons to choose Xbox. By putting Forza on PlayStation 5, Microsoft is erasing one of the last key reasons to pick Xbox over its competitors. If you can play Xbox's best games on PlayStation, why would anyone invest in an Xbox console? The service-first mentality. Microsoft has shifted its entire focus to services. Xbox Game Pass is at the center of their strategy now. Don't get me wrong, guys, Game Pass is an incredible deal for gamers. It's affordable, has insane library, and makes gaming more accessible. But focusing only on Game Pass is dangerous. Services were great for short-term growth, but they can't replace brand loyalty and identity. Sony understands this, Nintendo understands this. Microsoft is gambling everything on the idea that the future is play anywhere. But here's the problem. PlayStation and Nintendo are still offering unique exclusive experiences that you can't get anywhere else. If Game Pass is available on PC, on mobile, on TV apps, and now PlayStation is getting Xbox exclusives, what's the point of buying an Xbox console? What does the hardware even stand for anymore? If you know, guys, please let me know down below in the comment because I don't understand this tactic. So the next point is Microsoft's track record of giving up. This isn't the first time Microsoft has walked away from a major market. In fact, it's starting to look like a pattern. Remember Skype? Microsoft bought it for billions and had a golden chance to dominate video calling, but instead of improving it, they let it fall behind as Zoom and others took the spotlight. Windows Phone, same story. It had real promise as the third option next to iOS and Android. But once things got tough, Microsoft pulled the plug and left users behind. And my favorite, Kinect. It was hyped as the future of gaming with motion controls and voice commands, but when interest dropped, Microsoft dropped it too. Time after time, Microsoft entered big markets. And as soon as they hit obstacles, they backed out. Now with Xbox, it's starting to feel like the same thing is happening. Instead of pushing Xbox as the top gaming console, they're slowly turning it into just another service. Next one, losing the core fan base. Let's not forget the Xbox fans, the people who have stuck with the brand through thick and thin. These fans bought Xbox consoles not just for Game Pass, but for the identity, for the feeling of being part of something unique. Now, Microsoft is risking that loyalty by sharing exclusive with PlayStation. It feels like a betrayal. It feels like the core Xbox community is being left behind. Gamers aren't just looking for deals, they care about belonging, they care about ecosystems, they care about games that feels like theirs. Once you lose that emotional connection, it's almost impossible to get it back. Just look at what happened to Windows Phone and Skype. Their users didn't come back. Xbox risks the same fate. What happened next? So, what's next for Xbox? If Microsoft keeps putting its exclusives on other platforms, if it keeps deprioritizing its hardware, Xbox consoles might eventually become irrelevant. People will just use Game Pass on PC, on PlayStation, maybe even on smart TVs. Meanwhile, Sony will keep pushing exclusives, Nintendo will keep doing its own things, and Xbox will slowly fade into the background. But it doesn't have to end this way. Microsoft can still turn this around. They can double down on exclusives. They can invest in new IPs. They can create reasons to buy an Xbox beyond just Game Pass. And maybe, just maybe, it's time for leadership changes. Maybe it's time for Phil Spencer to step aside. Because right now, under his leadership, Xbox is losing what made it special. If Xbox doesn't course correct soon, it risks becoming another chapter in Microsoft's long history of missed opportunities. What do you think? Is Xbox doomed, or can they still save this? Let's talk about it in the comments, guys, and I would gladly read them and share my own opinion. Thank you for watching. See you in the next videos. Bye.